Hi everyone, welcome to my second official YouTube video. Today I'm just going to be sharing with you travel tips that can help you if you are traveling to the UK from wherever you are. Really, I came from Nigeria, so I'll probably be giving a lot of examples from Nigeria. I've quite a lot here, so I'll just get right into it. The first thing I would share is write everything down, no matter how little it seems to be. Just write it down. You might forget. You can't imagine how many things you forget until last minute, and then you're all stressed up. Write it down. Next, so when you buy, you should buy everything early. Really, I sort of waited till last minute because, especially for food, I didn't want things to get bad. But I think I could have bought it a week before, especially if it's dried food, and been okay instead of waiting. Then only buy food that you actually eat here. So for instance, if you don't typically eat amala or eat semo or eba, and you think, oh, by the time you travel to the UK you may not be able to buy it, let me buy it, it's a lie. You will still not eat it. Buy what you actually know you eat, and buy it in small quantities that will last you 2 weeks, 3 weeks. There's no need to buy like a lot to travel with. What I would advise, instead of carrying a lot of food, is for you to cargo your food. You find out that the amount you used to cargo is probably the amount you used to pay for extra luggage if you pack too much food. So just pack enough to like last you for a month maximum. Can like also for when you land, you can like have like gari that you can soak. Make sure that you hold maybe a spoon or cup, sugar, things that will make you happy. If you like granite, carry the things that make you happy, and carry the things that you can eat. Sharp food, you can even carry like noodles a bit. It's okay. Just make sure that when you are signing in what you have, you sign in it correctly as spices and not as food, because it has chicken, they might count it as meat. So just sign it in as spices, not chicken indomie, because that just means that they would not allow you travel with it. Next thing that I've written here is for clothes, prioritize staples. So things you typically wear here and that you think will work for the weather that when you land. So if you're landing in summer, lighter clothes is better. Jeans, sneakers, the usual. If it's winter, make sure that you have at least one winter jacket. If you go and buy a lot of winter jackets from wherever you are, it may not, especially if you're in Nigeria, it may not be suitable for UK weather. So just buy one good winter jacket that you can wear for when you land and that you can manage. Even the people here don't like buy many winter jackets, because I mean you have 4 seasons. I mean, you be buying clothes all through. So just buy your staples, leggings, sneakers, the regular, and just a few of each. You could have like 3 jeans, 4 jeans, 5 tops, 1 or 2 sneakers, 3 tops, just the regular leggings, nice shirts, things that you think it might be useful. Next one that I've written here is do any necessary updates you need to do. So think about your school documents. If you have like marriage certificate, your name has changed, newspaper publication, ATM that you need to update that is expiring, police report, maybe the contract of the place you are going. Think about your flight ticket, your visa decision letter. Again, write all this down, and every time you remember, write it. Make sure that you have printed everything. There's no need to print 1,000 copies. Most of the time here, soft copy documents are allowed, so just digital copies, but hold at least 1 or 2 physical copy, at least 1 or 2, but the rest of it you can just scan it. I'll link a tool I use for scanning. I've been using it since probably like my first year in the university, and it still works fine. It's called Cam Scanner. This is not an ad, by the way, but it's been useful for me. I think you'll find it's free, so you don't even pay. Next one as well that might be useful: change money from Nigeria. Don't change it at the airport. Don't come and change it here in the UK. Change money maybe like 100 to 150 pounds, not more. You don't need a lot of cash. A lot of the things that you can do here, you probably use your phone to pay or your ATM card to pay. Some places do not even accept cash at all, so you don't want to have a lot of physical cash. And whatever currency that you have, make sure that it's below 20 pounds. I rarely even see 20 pounds here. You see more of 5 pounds, 10 pounds, coins, 1 pound, 2 pounds. It's rare to see 20 pounds. It's like huge currency here. So just have small money. Also, you should have at least £1 coin and maybe 2 50 pence coin. Just because when you get to the airport, you may need to like pay for your trolley. You don't want to be hauling your luggage from the airport to the exit. You want to be able to pay for trolley. If you can't pay with coins or with a UK card or EU card that works for that ATM, you would have to use your hand to like carry your trolley all the way to the exit. So have like coins with you as well. um you can have a small power bank. Of course, you can easily run out of battery. It's just useful to have, and have a cord that is compatible with the power bank and your phone to move around at the airport, so you're not stranded. You would probably need your phone all through, and if you want to check details of anything, it's useful as well. Always carry your carry-on should be light, and I don't mean your checking bag, the one that you're, unless you are going to check in your carry-on. I say this because some airports have, like, you have to walk a lot, and it will be stressful for you hauling your carry-on everywhere every that way. So it's just convenient even at the airport, because you have to move it everywhere with you. If you have the opportunity at the airport and you don't have anything that is really important, just tell them to help you check it in. Nothing will happen to it. If you are concerned about your luggage, you can just have like an identifier, tie a ribbon, put a marker, buy a distinctive luggage so you can easily identify it when you land. That's I Yeah, so don't stress yourself. You should also hold small naira. You could carry maybe like 10k naira, 15k. Don't pay anyone at the airport. There are sometimes that your bag will be overweight, and then some people will tell you, oh, you should, if you have not paid already, like online from the airline, then you would have to, we can help you. You don't have to go to our office, drop 150k, drop 200k, 300k. They try to scam you out of money. If you know you want to carry extra luggage, just book the straight from the airline when you are booking the flights, because even if your luggage is one kilogram overweight or 2 kilogram, they don't charge you for 1 or 2 kilogram. They charge you for the full 23 kg. So you might as well pay the airline direct and pay early, or make sure that your bag is within the limits. So that brings me to the next point. Always weigh your bag, and make sure that it's maybe like 2 digits below whatever you are getting. So if for instance you need 23 kg, just make sure it lands at like 21, because sometimes there are small differences between like the scale you use and what is actually at the airport, plus or minus 2 or 3 tops. They are just safer to like weigh it and give it that small difference, so that you're not unpacking. It gets really stressful for some people unpacking and repacking at the airport, because they are trying to manage space. For dressing, I would also advise maybe you wear a cargo short. Some people sell all these pillows you can put around your neck. So instead of the regular pillow, there's like a cloth, and then you can put cloth inside. That's another way to. So if you can find something like that to buy, like pillow that you can like put your own clothes to save space, even better. And then the pillow can also function in the airport for giving you like comfort on your neck. I can link one of such pillows on Shein. I'm sure you can find same on Temu. That will be useful for like storage in case you are looking to maximize space. Next, I would say you should not use agent. I used an agent. I really regret it. I feel like if you're educated, you are literate, you can read and write, you don't need an agent. And I stand by that, because it's really not useful. They charge you, most travel agencies will probably charge you at least 100-200k just to book a flight for you. Something you can do by yourself. If you just go to, there's almost nothing that can go wrong. And even if it goes wrong, you can change it by yourself. If it goes wrong and you book with an agency, or travel agency, what usually happens is you need to change your flight through them. No matter what you do, the airline would not let you change directly, because you booked with an agency, and then the agency will again charge you to change it. Some people charge as much as 100k, 200k, 300k just to help you change your flight. Something you can do within 2 minutes by yourself. So I don't recommend travel, except you're not literate or you're not digitally savvy and you don't have somebody that can help you. Then you can use an agent. That makes sense. Or if you are curating a trip and experience, yeah. But if it's just to travel, why do you need to use an agent? Next, you want to prepare your hairstyle in advance. So think about it. If you are traveling 2-3 months, is it now you want to be cutting your hair? Do you want to maybe do dreads, have a haircut? Do you want to buy 1 or 2 wigs you can hold along, so you can switch up your hairstyle? You should have like a formal wig and informal wig, depending on your style. Really buy what is comfortable for you, and I would advise at least buy 1 wig that covers your neck, just because of the cold. For traveling, you can have like light snacks you can hold along with you: plantain chips, kuli kuli, chin chin, whatever appeals to you that gives you comfort. It's usually useful to have. You should rest well. At the airport, they would ask you to declare if you have agricultural produce. Please just declare it. There's no need to hide it. Tops you pay, at least I paid about 3k. so it's not a big deal. Just declare it. It saves you stress. Also, please don't carry palm oil. I see a lot of YouTube videos telling people, oh, you can put it in different bottles, freeze it, do this, do that. I've seen people at the airport that they caught with frozen palm oil. It's just not worth the trouble. Also, think about if the palm oil actually leaks into all the other things you've carried along. Is it worth it? Palm oil is not as expensive as a lot of people claim it is. You can get 2 liters, 1 liter of palm oil between 7 to 10 pounds. So it's not that big of a deal, or as expensive as a lot of people. It's not worth the trouble. And it's by the time you are unpacking at the airport and repacking, the stress impacts you. So I don't recommend that at all. The other thing I would say, it's extremely important to book insurance. Some people think it's a bit too extra. Most people never need it, but if you do need it, the benefit you get is a lot. If you have delayed flight, they can put you in a hotel. If you lose your luggage, they compensate you. There's just so much. There's really a lot of benefits from, and it's the value to the amount you pay. It's amazing. So definitely book insurance. I always recommend insurance. You need it, you don't need it, book insurance. I would recommend ICO. I used them, and my luggage was actually delayed, and then was also damaged. They compensated me. In fact, I had to do some shopping here of about £100, and they reimbursed me. Even if I had done £200, they would reimburse me. Which, of course, if you don't buy luxury items, if you buy items that are necessary that you actually need for the time before your luggage arrives, so don't be extravagant, but they will refund you. So, and I think I paid 25,000 naira for that insurance, and imagine that they paid me over £100. So you can calculate it yourself and see the value. The other thing I would advise you, please write the address including postcode of your destination. So, and especially if you miss your luggage, just write it. It's useful to have as well. They may ask you at the border. You might also need it. Like when I lost, or my luggage was delayed, I filed, and that's another thing you can do. If your luggage is delayed or lost or missing, please file a complaint at the airport. They give you a, what's it called now? I'm going to check what that is. Property regularity report reference number. And you need to keep that number to be able to claim your luggage and track it. So ensure that you file it at the airport. You just need to reach out to one of the airport attendants that you see around and fill a form, and then they can help you track your luggage and tell you where it is and deliver it to your doorstep if you provide your address and your postcode. They are available on WhatsApp. You can check them online, so it's quite an easy process. I use KLM, and this was the process for me. Also, this was the first time I was entering the UK, and when I got to the border and I needed to like scan my passport, it didn't go through, and I sort of thought, what's really going on? Are my village people following me? Are they here as well? But it's not that deep at the end of the day. I then saw that there was a notice that if your passport is not going through, then you should go to the help desk. And I went to the help desk, and they just checked it, asked me a few questions. It was the first time I was entering the UK, so that was really why that happened. Not a big deal at all. Last thing I would say is, when you are booking your flight as well, ensure that you book using airport that is closest to your destination. And I said it because a lot of people just book flights to that destination and maybe use Heathrow or Gatwick, because those are just the popular airlines that they are aware of. But if you are going to Birmingham, why would you want to go through Gatwick when there's a Birmingham airport? So just check your destination and put it on ChatGPT, airport closest to this address, so that you don't stress yourself, especially if you are taking bus, or even if you want to take a cab. It's cheaper. Cabs are crazy expensive in the UK. You don't want to be taking a cab from Heathrow to a long distance destination. You'll probably be paying over £100. You likely not find a ride, and if you do, be very expensive. So I think those are the tips that I have that helped me. I hope they help you too.